Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Hunter x Hunter. It is episode 19 and as always, if you want to see the reaction to this very entertaining episode, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace this parenthesis dot parts with real dots, nearly avoided it, and enjoy the reaction. And yeah, once you've done, feel free to come back here, hear me out about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, as promised, I got us the chart, the bracket or whatever it is called, and I just checked. So it makes sense in multiple ways. So the idea here was that the better you were in the first tests, in all those before, considered from the view of the hunters, the more chances you have in competing, which means those who are worse get less chances. Now, if we have a look at this, we see two characters who only have 2 chances at all, and that is Leorio on the right side. He will fight against whoever comes out of those 3 next to him, Hisoka, Killua, and I forgot his name, but the old guy who seems to be very honorable. Sorry, I did not write it down. And in case he loses, which is, sorry to say, very likely, because those are all pretty good, he will have to face against the one from the whole left bracket that is left. So on the left side, we see another person with only two fights, and that is Gitaraka. So he has only 2, one against whoever from the 4 of the left of him is still in there, which I think will possibly be the one right next between Killua and Gon. I don't know. I always want to say Tompa, but it isn't. He's in there. So Gitaraka was not impressive to them as well. For Leorio, we have seen a lot of him, so I can understand that. He's not the strongest fighter. Mentally, although he's a good friend and someone you can trust, but mentally he's breaking easily. He is very on the edge all the time. So he is one that is easily influenced in many ways. So that is something he really has to work on. So both those sides which are important for Hunter are not his strong suit. However, they mentioned that for them the third thing is the most important, and that is the overall impression. And it seems even there, he's not the one shining for them. For Gitaraka, however, it means even more. Because we haven't seen him fight very much, but we know that he's a very, very strong fighter, very impressive and dangerous. So that he should have a lot of points there. On the second thing, mentally, no clue. I really don't know. We have not seen him break down or anything. But as I said, there's not much knowledge there. So I guess he will be at least mediocre or even better. But that means that the overall impression of him is bad. And I mean really bad. So that's why he has only 2. For Killua he has only 3. It feels a bit like that those characters who walk through easily are not as interesting to be a hunter. Maybe that's the thing. You have to struggle because they want to learn from your struggle and see how you compete, how you cope with the problems. But if you have no problems there, then maybe that's when you work as a hunter later on, not everything will be easy. So you coping with stress, coping with problems, and coming out of it, standing up again, is possibly one of the most important things. And finding a solution to different problems. And we have seen Gon finding solutions, very good, very well. We have seen, which is why I think Killua is so good placed there as well. Killua being someone who tries different ways and although being able to be very aggressive and dangerous, Killua mainly is a sweet kind of guy. So maybe that's this mix they are searching for. So much for this bracket. The idea of a loser tournament is very interesting. I mean, it's a pretty mean one because thus everyone has more neither a first fight. The strong ones will possibly go through more easily. It is a thing of the mind here for sure, and it is a thing of some kind of creativity, and I would say ruthlessness. Because as we've seen in this fight, those who are more ruthless have better chances of getting through. Because if you go thus far, as we've seen, like breaking an arm and stuff like that, not killing, but hurting your opponent a lot. If you're that ruthless, you have better chances of your opponent giving up, considering you're a good fighter. And seeing the evil guys, Gitaraka and Hisoka, they are ruthless, no question, and they are very good fighters. So whoever will have to face against them, if anyone would have to, they will be in trouble, I think. They really will be, because they don't care so much. And I think both of them are creative enough to find ways of inflicting pain without killing you. So all within the rules. I guess that Hisoka will be winning the first one against Kurapika. I don't see a chance for Kurapika to win that one. That would mean Kurapika is going against the old guy, where I think there might be an option that he is winning. It would be sad if we would have a fight, but interesting, Kurapika against Leorio. But that is something that might be interesting turning out in the future. On the left bracket, we saw the fight of Hanzo and Gon, okay. I'm pretty sure Hanzo will win the next one. I would be surprised if not. But then, Hanzo did show weakness, kind of, this time, by not being able, although being the way superior fighter, of pressing his opponent to give up. So, if they all just get that, they might try to play on that by I will not give up whatsoever. But I question if all the other characters are as good at suppressing pain and pushing through as Gon is. Guessing that Hanzo is winning, that means that Kilo is going against the guy that already said he feels like he's the least favorite there. So I'm pretty sure he will go through. Although that would be, kind of boring, right? And Gitaraka would win against him as well. So the question is only if there's a surprise. That means that more of our four are making it way more up than they should be. I'm pretty sure that Leorio will be in the last fight. I guess so, unless there is something like a Leorio versus Leorio versus Kurapika fight, and Kurapika lets him win on purpose, which is an option, because that would mean Kurapika is going in the finale, against whoever is from the left side and guessing to win, which is a risky game. It's possible. I just see it as an option. So now for what we've seen, we know that they were tested for physical strength, which includes everything, which makes sense. You are working a lot against other persons fighting and defending people, I guess, as well. You may be hunting, you may be fighting against animals, you travel all around the world, so you have to be in a good bodily shape. The second one was mental strength, and that is one thing that is massively tested in this tournament. And we have the overall, and I think that mainly includes stuff like having the right concept, having the right mind, the right idea of what you are doing. Maybe something like, are you good or are you bad? Whatever that means. We will see. You have to admit defeat to be out of the tournament, so we have seen that being used a lot now. There are no kills allowed, which is very important. And yeah, that's it. So we had a massive beatdown. We knew that Hanzo was good. I did not expect him to be that good. He was impressive. There was a one-shot there. There was not even like a blink of a chance. He's someone that possibly had a chance to go on to go against Hisoka, although I kind of guess Hisoka would still win. And he had enough mental strength to punish Gon very, very long until the very end. I consider him a good guy because in the end he broke down. I mentioned it during my reaction already. There are multiple layers here, multiple problems. If you are a kind of good person and you can only win if the other one is giving up and the other one is not, however, giving up, you will reach a point where you have to face the question, do I want to win or do I want to stay a good person and follow my my ideas of what is just and right? And this is where we came to. This is the point we reached with Hanzo here. Killua made it sure. Killua. Man, what is this with Killua today? Gon made it sure for everyone that he will not give up whatsoever. No chance in hell ever giving up. Which is, I mean, mentally strong, no question there. And Hanzo had two problems there. The one thing was with beating, he realized he cannot do anymore. There would have been a point where if he continues beating, Gon might die just from being beat. You know, you can only take so much, no matter how strong you are. There's a moment when you fall unconscious and you can't give up while unconscious. So he has to wait to wake him up again and beat him again. And then there will be the point when you beat him so badly that he's dead. Then he tried stuff like breaking limbs, which is the next step. I can see that. And it didn't change it. So the last option he had was like, in his opinion, like threaten him with permanent injuries, which he denied. And pointed to, I will die from that. Clever. And then he threatened him with death, which was not allowed in the tournament. So it was only about the threat. If he would have gone through with it, sure, Gon would have been dead, but he would have been disqualified as well. So he used a threat that is not really working there, that's the one thing. And he put up a threat that is, I guess, in his own beliefs, not okay. So he possibly went far more above his line of what he would be willing to do than he normally does. This is where we were. So there was a point for Hanzo. What do I do now? He had no other choice. He had no other options. Apart from whatever kind of mental war, which he wasn't using. Everything that is bodily, physically, he tried and he could not do it. So I completely understand that he gave up. I congratulate him on that because, in my opinion, my opinion of him grew a lot due to that. Because it showed and kind of proved what I already guessed, that he's kind of a good guy. And the way that those two then interacted with each other shows that possibly there will be more of that in the future. There's some comedy in the end, as hard as all of that was. So the fact that Gon did not even realize that he forced this give up on Hanzo. So he won by mental strength, while Hanzo tried physical and couldn't compete in the mental one. Gon did not realize that. Everyone else did, I'm pretty sure, but Gon didn't. Maybe except for Killua. He clearly did not get that one. He was surprised why everyone was kind of laughing. So Gon even requested like a continuation of the fight because he wanted to feel better winning. I can understand that this was a moment where Hanzo just knocked him out, and that was okay. By the way, making sure later on with Neteru that whatever else is happening, Gon won that one, and he's right. If Neteru would give up and the fight of Gon, so he would say no, they have to compete again or anything like that, every fight that would follow in the left bracket would be worthless. So I'm here with Hanzo, who said, no, this fight is over. I gave up. I will have to compete again. And Gon is the first one who passed. By the way, congratulations, Hunter. So Gon is a Hunter now. Nice one. That will be an interesting next episode, I'm pretty sure. So for the Killua fights, I don't know if they go from the left to the right. I don't know how this bracket will go down. For the Killua fight, there's the next one of Hanzo, which is kind of unimportant for me. And Killua is, in my opinion, the main problem that he's an assassin, as strange as it sounds. So he's fast and he's agile. He possibly can, I don't know, like hopefully stun his opponent, but merely he's trained on killing. So he really has to keep this inner nature in check, not kill his opponent. For Gitaraka, I have no clue. Man, I seriously don't know what he's going to do. And when it came to the right bracket, I already made a guess somehow, although I wouldn't like it, but somehow I guess it will be Kurapika against Leorio. And I see the option of Kurapika just giving up to make sure Leorio is passing. Just saying. So that's it from me this time. It was a nice one. I enjoyed that a lot, and it was a very entertaining episode. Although it was harsh in the middle, you know. So I will see you next time. Until then, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.